Hello and welcome to our Riley Children's Foundation streaming event today, paying tribute to dads for Father's Day. I'm Bruce Kopp with Riley Children's Foundation, and with us today is a Riley family that experienced firsthand the care and expertise from Riley Children's Health. We will hear from them in just a moment. Now, for those of you watching, thank you for your interest. Feel free to enter your comments on the page, and we'll work to respond to them along the way. For those of you supporting Riley already with your donations and your fundraising efforts, thank you so much. We can't say enough how important your support is. And for those of you looking to find out more, thank you as well. And we hope you can find it in your heart to support Riley Children's Foundation and the services it provides children across Indiana and the Midwest. If you're unfamiliar with Riley Hospital, it is one of the nation's very best children's hospitals. As many families will tell you, there is expert, family-centered pediatric care available for every child who needs it. Riley Hospital opened nearly 100 years ago as the state's first hospital exclusively for children. Children visit Riley more than 300,000 times each year. And it directly affects families like the Preddie family of Indianapolis. Joining us today are Terrence and Tremesha Preddie, along with their two sons, 14-year-old Elliot, and Carter. And Carter, I understand you'll be 6 years old in August, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining us. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Good. All right. It's so good to see you. It's almost summer. And what are some of your family fun activities for summer that you're looking forward to?
We don't have any huge plans this summer. We will be spending a lot of time with family. We're going back home to my husband's hometown in Detroit next month to spend some time with family there. And we're planning on taking a couple of small trips to visit some friends and family around the country, DC, Chicago, and maybe going to Holiday World, just the four of us, just to get away. So, yeah.
Well, I'd like to talk to the boys. Carter, what are some of your favorite things to do?
Play outside, jump on the trampoline, play with toys, play with my friend Jesse.
How about you, Elliot? What are some of your favorite things to do?
I do like throwing trampoline, like going to my friend's house.
Well, I really do like your t-shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
That is one fine looking t-shirt. And Tremesha, I like your shirt as well. It looks very familiar to the last time when I saw you. I think that's Matthew Stafford's jersey from
Yes.
the Los Angeles Rams. Is that right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's the Super Bowl t-shirt that I got when Elliot and I were sponsored by Mr. Irsay to go to the Super Bowl, which was an amazing experience. And this is one of the t-shirts that we got as a souvenir, which is Matt Stafford's jersey. We're big, my husband's from Detroit, so we're big Stafford fans, big Lions fans in the house. So
now it's been a few months since the big game and the big trip, and I went along on that trip to photograph and interview the family along the way. It was a terrific time, I could tell. But what is it that you enjoyed most about that trip?
Ooh, for me, it was the game was amazing, of course, and the halftime show was awesome. But the thing that I loved the most was just getting to spend quality time with Elliot, with my son. We don't always get to do special things like that. We rarely do. And oftentimes when it's just me and him, it's because there's some sort of medical treatment that is going on. So to have that time with him and just not have any worries medically, let him be a kid and I get to enjoy him and the California sun. I mean, it was fantastic.
One of the things I wanted to talk about, though, is you talk about the effects. It was Elliot who brought you to Riley in the first place. What were the circumstances?
The circumstances was when he was born. He was born in a suburb of Chicago, but we found out after his birthing screening that he had sickle cell. Just a little info on that. I knew I was born with the trait, and my wife discovered it during pregnancy. So our plan was to move closer to family. That's what brought us to Indiana, and we were grateful that when we moved to Indiana that Riley was here in such a great program for sickle cell, just a great children's hospital, period. As you said, one of the top in the nation. So it's truly a blessing that not only did we move here, but that they were well equipped to deal with Elliot's situation. And that's evident as we see him today. I can just think back to when he was born and kind of the honestly despair that we kind of went through because we had no idea how to deal with sickle cell, and they made that process a lot easier for us. Not saying that it was easy, but they made it easier for us to deal with and understand.
Okay. And with Elliot now as a Riley champion and Carter as a junior champion, they are bringing awareness and more understanding of the effects of sickle cell disease. How do you see that happening, do you think, so far?
Just through the years, we've received a lot of questions from friends and family wanting to know more about it. But since Elliot's story has gone worldwide, through social media, we've received posts, phone calls, texts, you name it. We've received so much, so many different inquiries about sickle cell because of the awareness that Riley has put out about it, and because of the exposure that Elliot's story has had, and Carter's story as well has had with the disease. So, I mean, from every avenue, from every multimedia avenue, we've received requests on more information about it, just encouraging parents to, be strong for your child and ask questions. And hey, if you need anything from us, if you have questions from us, we're here for you guys.
Yeah, I would add too, especially it's more Elliot's story than Carter's. He's still young and still has the disease, but like my husband said, especially when he was in the hospital, I was doing a bit of a blog every day for other parents with sickle cell kids and themselves as well too. There's a lot of adults with sickle cell who are seeking alternative treatment protocols as well too. And they were asking, what's the medicine, what's the treatment, who's the doctor, how do I get this in my hospital? My son or daughter has this. I mean, I had parents reaching out. We both did. Parents who were just desperate. I just need to talk to you. I just need to know that it's possible for my child to have a cure. We're at our wits' end. We don't know what else to do. So to know that Elliot's story brings that level of hope to a community that for the longest time really didn't have any. As my husband said, it's just a huge blessing. It's a huge blessing.
All right, that is terrific to hear. Well, we've had Mother's Day, and now that Father's Day is just about here, what does Father's Day mean to everyone there in the family?
Okay.
What's it mean? What's it mean to you?
I mean, give people, have fun with your dad and let dad have some time.
Good answer.
Would you agree? Would you agree with that, Terrence?
Yeah, I think definitely love the time part.
I'll bet.
But I know for me, it means the world. One of the best things in life to me is being a dad. I think I enjoy, next to being a husband, is being a dad. So these two bring so much joy to my life. So many funny memories and things like that. So yeah.
Tremesha, one of the things you pointed out was how Terrence can make just about any activity fun.
Mm-hmm.
And how does that work?
You're asking me to go into the brain of my husband. I'm not sure if I can do that justice, but I'll put it this way, especially when you have a family that has the level of medical challenges that we do, especially in our children. And my husband has his own set of medical challenges as well. He also has sickle cell. So he understands their struggle and their journey and their plight better than than the average parent would. So because he understands that, he has a way of just remembering that they're still kids, that they still deserve to have fun, that they're still just 14 and 5. And these are the things that I liked doing when I was 14 and 5. So where we could be going into the hospital and I'm just focused on getting to the appointment. And no, not my husband. He's he's thinking about how to make a motor car speed race down the aisle with the kids so that they can have a moment of laughter before they get poked and prodded on. And just being able to watch him kind of just be a big kid with them is one of my greatest joys in life. So
That sounds like so much fun, just hearing that story. Riley has certainly been a big part of your lives. And as we close out here, what is it that stands out most in the care your family has received?
Just the level of care. Like you said, it's a very holistic approach. It's not just for the kids, it's for the entire family. And that's something that you just don't get everywhere you go. Been to other hospitals with our kids. My wife and I recall a story where we literally had to take our children out of a hospital because we were just used to the Riley care. And this particular hospital, I won't put any information out there, but this particular hospital just wasn't up to snuff for us. And I refused to let them care for my child. I believe it was Carter at the time, who was having a pain crisis when we were traveling south one time. So just how we're treated, the appearance of the hospital, the nurses, the doctors, the staff members, everyone there at Riley just makes it an experience that puts the family at ease and helps you not, they try to take away as many worries as you can so that you can focus on your child and your child getting better.
Yeah. And it's we live in a troubled world and in troubled times, and the fact of the matter is sickle cell is a disease that largely affects African Americans. So it's largely misunderstood, it's largely underfunded, and it's largely under studied as well. But at Riley, it's not, right? And so when we go there, we know our kids are getting not just the treatment that they need, but they're getting equitable health care. And that is something that we can't put a price on that. It's truly priceless for us.
That is so good to hear. Now, your family has done so much to support Riley Foundation over the years. Can you share how important donor support and what it means to you and other Riley families?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, donor support comes in so many different forms at Riley. I've come to learn, right? It's not, a lot of people assume it's just monetary, but there's time, there's resources, there's blood, there's all sorts of different things that folks give in terms of donor support. But you can't, pardon our dogs.
Oh no, that's great. Glad to have we've got the whole family.
Put this back there. Give it a second.
Okay.
My family, our family is just one of many who have been the recipients of different resources, monetary included, from Riley that has allowed us to maintain a quality of care for our family that we wouldn't have been able to do that otherwise. And, you know, my husband and I are both gainfully employed. We both have very good careers. So it's not a matter of, you know, us not having the abilities or the funds to care for ourselves and care for our family, but it's the simplicity and the not the simplicity, but the, what do you want to call it, the fact that there's a lot of unknowns that we have run into through the years, and there have been multiple times that Riley Foundation has stepped in even without us asking to relieve some of that pressure and relieve some of that strain. And that has meant more to us than many things in this world.
Okay, that sounds terrific. Tremesha and Terrence, thank you. Boys, I've got some good news. We're just about done. And you have done a terrific job this entire time. It's a beautiful day. You could be playing outside. Is that your plan here for at least the rest of the day?
Where we can go? Go Jesse's house? We got to go see our best friend Jesse. He lives
Okay.
down the street.
Yeah, how about you, Elliot?
He's gonna play on his Oculus.
This is our inside kid. This is our outside kid.
That one's indoors.
All right. Either way, it sounds fun. Terrence and Tremesha, along with Carter and Elliot, thank you so much for sharing your Riley stories. They are inspiring and uplifting, and they do provide valuable insight and guidance for so many other families that find themselves in similar circumstances. Thank you so much for your support of Riley as well. And thanks as well to those of you watching our conversation today. We appreciate it. And if you'd like to help Riley in its mission, it's very easy. Please visit our website at rileykids.org to find out how. Again, that's rileykids.org. I'm Bruce Kopp with Riley Children's Foundation, and thanks again for watching today.